Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading Oranges by Gary Soto. And so, as I'm reading, I'd like for you to follow along. For this activity, you're going to be summarizing each section of the poem, including what you think the characters are feeling, both physically and emotionally. And then write down any examples of figurative language that you notice, like onomatopoeias, metaphors, similes, and personification. So, Oranges by Gary Soto is what all your lessons this week will be revolving around. It's a bit of a love story. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just follow along as I read. The first time I walked with a girl, I was 12, cold and weighed down with 2 oranges in my jacket. December. Frost cracking beneath my steps, my breath before me, then gone. As I walked toward her house, the one whose porch light burned yellow night and day in any weather, a dog barked at me until she came out pulling at her gloves, face bright with rouge. I smiled, touched her shoulder, and led her down the street across a used car lot and a line of newly planted trees until we were breathing before a drugstore. We entered, the tiny bell bringing a saleslady down a narrow aisle of goods. I turned to the candies, tiered like bleachers, and asked what she wanted. Light in her eyes, a smile starting at the corners of her mouth. I fingered a nickel in my pocket, and when she lifted a chocolate that cost a dime, I didn't say anything. I took the nickel from my pocket and then an orange and set them quietly on the counter. When I looked up, the lady's eyes met mine and held them, knowing very well what it was all about. Outside, a few cars hissing past, fog hanging like old coats between the trees. I took my girl's hand in mine for 2 blocks, then released it to let her unwrap the chocolate. I peeled my orange that was so bright against the gray of December that, from a distance, someone might have thought I was making a fire in my hands.